Hello, my dear and bright Sagittarius. This is your horoscope for April 2024. April is an amazing month, especially the first week when we all will be feeling compassionate, towards each other, towards anything. We will want to share everything with everyone and we will want to help everyone. This kind of mood will be because all the planets will be speaking, chit-chatting to each other in such a nice way. No one will be arguing there. So we will be feeling high vibrations, especially first week of April. And of course, in April, we have amazing rare conjunction. That aspect I've been waiting for so long, and many other astrologers also, because I will tell you all about it later. Why it is rare, and at that aspect, two big angels, especially your ruler planet Jupiter, angel of our universe, and another one, Uranus. This is two beneficial planets. They're benefics. They will join forces to make our life brighter, to bring us surprises, unexpected ones. And stay tuned to listen where that surprise is coming into your life, which area of your life is coming now. And also we have solar eclipse in April, and in general April is more like a retrospective month, and plus we are starting April with Mercury retrograde. Now with Mercury retrograde, it's advisable not to start anything new, not to initiate especially plastic surgeries, not to start business. I made a whole separate video about Mercury retrograde. If you're interested, you can go to my channel and find it there. I made predictions for each signs, for all of the signs, and plus I spoke a lot about what is advised to do around Mercury retrograde and what not. Especially when this planet Mercury rules communications, it rules signing contracts, and we need it to be sharp, not retrograding, not moving backwards. So in April, from beginning of April, 2nd of April until 25th, we have Mercury retrograde, and allow it plus 10 days in the beginning and plus 10 days after it finished retrograde, because it needs time to go direct, to move forward. So around that period, we will still be feeling Mercury retrograde. And with this Mercury retrograde and solar eclipses, it seems like universe is telling us, hey, sit back, just relax, watch how your life is unfolding, rethink, give it a, think twice, give it a thought, like redo, redesign, remake, recalculate, all these things. So it's more like of a, you need to observe in April. And especially with eclipses, also, it's better not to start anything, because if you do make decision around eclipse, then that decision is very hard to fix, or to go back to where it was, or even change it. It's that hard. So during eclipses, it's like when universe lifts everything up into air, all the circumstances, all the people, all the situations, and then we don't know how it falls into, the land. And that's why we have to wait. We need to wait so that we see what is the news, what is the change with this eclipse brought into our life, what is the situation, and then we deal with that. May will be perfect for that, to initiate anything, to act upon the news and messages of eclipse. And, April is generally very good to more of a rethink, give it a second thought kind of a month to whatever is going on in your life right now, my dear Sagittarius. Now, April begins with Mercury retrograde, as I said, and it will retrograde. I will briefly mention here that Mercury will retrograde in your house of love. Now, here all the exes might call you ex-partners, ex-husband or ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, boyfriend. Those people will be thinking about you, and you might be thinking about them too. And there might be some sort of contacts between you guys. But my advice, if you would like to mend the relationship, this is the good time to mend it. But if you don't, better ignore all those messages, because when Mercury goes direct after it retrogrades, you will again realize why you broke up in the first place. So not to step onto twice the same mistakes, better to ignore those messages, since Mercury is retrograde in your love house. And I've spoken about this more in depth in that video, separate video that I mentioned I made for Mercury retrograde. If you'd like to know more, go check it up. And always check all the horoscopes for your rising sign, sun sign, and moon sign. Most of people check their sun signs, but let me tell you, you know what? Horoscopes are written for rising signs. So if you don't know your rising sign, you can draw up your natal chart on Google. It's for free. There are a bunch of resources, and check what sign was rising on the horizon when you were born, and your moon sign, where was moon when you were born. Those three are your big three, and they are very important, and they equally bring all the situation, events, and changes into your life. That's how you will know which sign is stronger influencing your life currently. So better to check all three signs, all the horoscopes for your big three, my dear Sagittarius. Now, 5th of April, speaking about love, planet of love and beauty, Venus, will move to the same place as Mercury, 5th house. You know, beginning of April, it seems like will be the perfect time, like whole actually April will be the perfect time for you rethink, reconceptualize a bit, you know, what kind of partners you would like to attract into your life, what kind of partners you wouldn't want to attract into your life, and what kind of like a person you are yourself. Are you happy with your life? Are you happy where you are at now, you know, or this kind of thoughts? It seems like universe is telling you stop, pause, you know, think a little bit. And Venus here in your love house will be doing the same thing, since Venus's, you know, place in your 5th house is in detriment. Now every planet has their detrimental sign, meaning when they are half effective, you know, they are slow, they are weak, and they don't really shower with all their good effects that they usually do. But when this, you know, planet is in detrimental sign, that is like a sleeping beauty in this case with Venus. So for you guys, it is telling you just stop and pause. And plus, if you meet someone during Mercury retrograde in your 5th house, plus Venus in your 5th house, because Venus is indicating that you will be attractive. To host Venus in the 5th house is amazing. But the point is that, you know, we will be attractive to all sorts of new flirting activities and, I don't know, all these dating apps and kind of wanting to date mood. But if you do so, just make sure that even after Mercury goes direct, you know, it's like you will be having a perfect picture of the person, because in most cases usually is that people realize a bit differently after Mercury goes direct what type of person they attracted into their life, what kind of person they met actually during this period. Some sort of new realizations might happen with your new found love interest. Now, 8th of April, we have amazing, fantastic solar eclipse, new moon. Here, like moon and sun, they will, you know, they will reunite and give birth to a new energy. And new moons are all about new beginnings. And here, with solar eclipse, you know, sun and moon are giving new energy to the whole universe. Solar eclipse is 10 times stronger than just new moons, you know, regular new moons and full moons. And here, new moon is suggesting new beginning, is new chapter is coming into your life. And I've never seen such a positive solar eclipse in a long time, you know. I've been trying hard to find something bad about this solar eclipse, but guys, this is amazing eclipse. I couldn't find anything, you know, any planet who would be in this agreement. Everyone is perfect around this solar eclipse. All the planets are in such amazing mood, my dear Sagittarius. Now, this solar eclipse will happen in your house of love, true love, my dear Sag. And, you know, thing with the eclipses is that they deliver message, let's say, only to some of us on 8th of April when it appears. But for most of us, it usually delivers the message during the 1 month before it appears and 1 month after it appears, up until 8th of May. So allow it 2 months to deliver its message. Maybe you've already got the message of eclipse, you know, during March, or if you didn't get anything happen in your life, then it will happen after it appears up until 8th of May. Usually these happenings, these events about solar eclipse, they are news. It's something big, it's something huge, something life-changing. This is the job of eclipses. This is an amazing tool of the universe. It's like a compass who is correcting the direction of your destiny, because eclipses happen on the this line of destiny, lunar nodes, north node and south node. And eclipse is an amazing, perfect tool to correct the destiny. And usually these are like this kind of events when we get married, or when we give birth, or we graduate, or buy a house, or something completely changes in our lives, something new. And we usually remember those things for a long time, and we can easily recall what happened around that time. Like, I immigrated, let's say I graduated, I got married, or I got divorced, something, this kind of, big things, usually one time happening things, are coming with solar eclipses. Now, and I will make a separate video about this eclipse with more in detail information for you guys. So stay tuned to that video. But here I would like to give you a few situations that might come up into your life. And again, only one or two might happen in your life, but not all, because we're all different. We consist, of 3 signs, right? Rising sign, moon sign, and sun sign. Even though we're all Sagittarius, but we are all different. Now, happening in your 5th house, that is an amazing place to host this solar eclipse, amazingly positive. And it will happen in such a compatible sign to yours, my dear Sagittarius. Especially those who are born 11th of December, plus or minus 5 days, will be the luckiest the most. All of us will get the portion of the, our news, but those who are born around those days will be the most lucky with the news. Please do let me know in the comments what the news was with the solar eclipse. I always like to know what is happening in your lives. I would appreciate it. Now, 5th house rules your love house. Those, Sag, who are single, this is your eclipse. This eclipse has the power to bring someone special into your life. You're gonna meet your one and only and true love with this eclipse, my dear Sagittarius. And interesting part that it might be because of your family. They might make an introduction to you and you might, fall in love with that person. Someone from your family will be instrumental in this kind of a fatal, destiny meeting of your love. It's also house of children. Those of you who has children, my dear Sagittarius, now this is amazing solar eclipse. Maybe your kid is gonna go to school now around this time, or kindergarten, or they might start something big is happening in your kid's life, maybe giving some performance or achieving something. I'm very happy for you guys. And your family and you yourself will be extremely supportive of your kids' beginnings and achievements, and your kid will feel it for sure. Also, 5th house is a house of business. Now, those of you who are businessmen, my dear Sagittarius, this is your solar eclipse. It might expand your business. You might be opening new office or new branch, or you are landing a new client to your business, or you are bringing a new business partner. You might, a new moon, because it's 10 times stronger than a regular new moon. It really has this power, and especially this is positive eclipse. It has this power to, make it bigger, make for your brand, a name, big name. Many people will start recognize it. Or maybe you will actually open, let's say, your business in your home country. Let's say if you have those Sagittarius who has business abroad, they will open office in their home country. It might also happen. And your family will help with that business too. Or it might be you are bringing someone from your family into your business to work with you together. It might also happen. For some Sagittarius businessmen, it might be about citizenship. Because of your business that you are, let's say, operating on a foreign land, then you will get a citizenship because of that. After some time passed, let's say a few years ago, you opened this business and now you're getting a citizenship of that country, or permanent residence permit kind of thing. Also, speaking about kids, it might be you are getting kid, my dear Sagittarius. You yourself, those who doesn't have kids, they might got the news that they're pregnant, let's say. You becoming a father or mother, and you know, establishing a family around this date, 8th of April. Congratulations for you guys, for those of you who will know this amazing news. Now, those who are in the creativity area, like those who are singers, Sagittarius, like actors, photographers, any sort of artists, poets, dancers, you know, for you guys, it will be amazing solar eclipse because it's happening in your creativity area. You have that chance, you know, to land that amazing, spectacular performance, or to write a masterpiece if you're a writer. Your book is going to be a bit bestseller if you're going to publish it around this date. You will get recognized for your talents, you know, for what you do in this area. And in general, fifth house is the house, you know, of loving yourself, love for yourself and for your life. You might get a new sense of, you know, of this life, that you love this life, and let's say that you have a new kind of concept of living. Especially, you know, your family will help to realize that. Some sort of new way of perception, you know, of your life. And you will have a new sense, kind of a reborn in a sense. It's amazing. I'm really happy for you guys. And 19th of April, Sun, giver of life, light of our universe, will move into your 6th house. Now, by the end of April, your work will require your attention, my dear Sagittarius. Why I'm telling this? Because 2 days after 21st of April, this amazing, rare aspect is happening that I've mentioned in the beginning of this video. Jupiter, your ruler, my dear Sagittarius, you are so lucky to have Jupiter as your ruler. This is a great benefic of our universe. It's a big angel of our universe who's all the time showering gifts, you know, surprises. And here Uranus, another angel of the universe, planet of surprises, meeting with your ruler, Jupiter. They're finally hugging each other after 14 years apart. That's how long it takes to, you know, for them to meet at one place. We've been feeling their effect since last part of March, and we will be feeling whole April and even May. But exact aspect will happen on 21st of April, when they will hug each other, shake hands, and they will say to each other, long time no see, my friend. These two angels will meet in your house of work, my dear Sagittarius, exactly, and Sun will witness their meeting. So all your attention will be in your house of work and health. And those who were born around 13th of December, plus or minus 5 days, will benefit the most from these two angels. But all of us will have our portion. But those who are born around that day will be the luckiest. Now, as Jupiter and Uranus, you know, they are the planets of expansion. Whatever they touch, they make it bigger. They expand it, you know, they make it enormous. Well, meeting in your 6th house, it might also indicate that you will have quite a lot of work, busy as hell. Quite a lot of assignments, maybe because you're gonna be, you know, expanding your business. You will have a lot of assignments on your table, a lot of papers to sign. And, you know, Jupiter being your ruler, it will be happy giving you all these assignments, and it will make you happy. It seems like you will be enjoying of what you will be doing around this time, with what you will be doing, like your work. Uranus rules your 3rd house, and here, my dear Sagittarius, it might be that you and your, you know, sister or brother will start some sort of business, or any other relative, or maybe neighbor will join your work. You might start working together. You might become colleagues. Or it might be you will have to, you know, give a speech at work, and that speech will be amazing. You will have to make a presentation around this time, maybe. It's also a possibility that you will sign a contract around 21st of April to your new job, because Jupiter and Uranus, you know, coming together, it's like unexpected luck that you don't anticipate. Uranus is the planet of surprises. Now, something very happiness is coming into your life, my dear Sagittarius. Maybe something that you don't expect, some sort of contract to work. And that contract will be an amazing one. And it seems like, that work will be somewhere near, not in your location, but you will have to travel somewhere short distance. And you will be happy to do so, to drive maybe. And also it might happen that you get the news, like some sort of diagnosis, because sixth house is the house of health. If you've been going through checkups and some tests, your result seems amazing. So don't worry around your health, my dear Sagittarius. Everything seems perfect according to planets. And also it's about new skills. You might learn kind of new skills for your new job. And you might go to some kind of a courses or training for your new job. And that will be unexpected one, which will make you happy as well. But because Jupiter and Uranus, planets are of expansion, they will expand your responsibilities as well, because sixth house is the house of responsibilities, taking obligations, and it will make them bigger. Maybe you are getting a new job, which is like a high profile job, my dear Sag. Please do let me know what is this. What is the news with these two beneficial planets? Let me be happy for you. Now, 24th of April, we have full moon in your 12th house, in your private house. Now, full moons are all about endings. They are, putting the last sentence to the already ongoing situation usually. They bring the last closure, let's say. Also, they are like a big bulb of light. They are showing some situation that needs your attention, that requires your, some sort of action. And Pluto, planet of transformation, will be in a harsh angle to that full moon. And it will be situated in your house of communication. Pluto rules your 12th house, and the 12th house is private house. It's all the things that we do behind the doors. It's a secret house. In the horoscope. And those who are born around 26th of November, plus or minus 5 days, will be affected the most by this full moon's message. And, the message won't be so pleasant, I would say. And 12th house is also secret house. And full moon happening in 12th house, usually some of your secrets might come out, my dear Sagittarius. So be careful on that. For some of you guys, it will open up your secrets to the whole world. It's also a travel house, travel to some far lands, and you might be wishing to travel somewhere, but somehow it seems like your family won't be supportive of that idea, especially your siblings. And or like, let's say you would like to book a nice hotel, like traveling to an island somewhere near water, somewhere near sea, or in the nature, somewhere secluded, more isolated place. Or it might be you want to buy some real estate in these kind of places on some kind of islands. And you, let's say, if you had a talks before around this topic, and now that contract and those talks will somehow have some sort of issues, you will have some, it might be, indicative of some problems with that wish of yours. Also could be that you are in talks with someone who is living far away. Like, let's say you are in contact and you are dealing with a person or with a company who is far away from you, but that communication, somehow is a bit of a tension there, and that communication might not go well. 12th house is also house of subconscious mind, our psychological state. It might be you will be, contacting those therapists, any type of therapists, so to sort out some things from your past, and in general to, heal your mental state. And be careful around trips around this date, around this full moon, because, transportation go, with transportation or tickets, something might be going wrong. And especially last days of, Mercury retrograde, considering 24th of April, and Mercury retrograde on the last and first days is notorious. For some Sagittarius, it might be their siblings will need therapists, and it would be an amazing session to have around this full moon timing. 12th house is also a house of health in general and surgeries. And here it might show you something about your health that was already there, building up, Like maybe you will have to undergo some tests, let's say, some checks, or some sort of treatment, let's say, or to retreat, to get ready, actually, to make it better, your health, to feel better. Or if you've been working on an island or somewhere, surrounded by water, let's say, you might discover that communication between you and your working place is not going well at all. Something this sort. Some sort of this kind of news come up around this full moon, my dear Sag, for you. Please do let me know what the news was too. And lastly, Mars, planet of action, planet of our motivation, on 30th of April will visit your fifth house, house of love, in such a compatible sign to yours, my dear Sag. And Mars in fifth house will fire up your desire to flirt, to date. Actually, you might start, going on to some sort of dates, or to see someone that you've recently met. And to also, it's about business. Your business will require a lot of effort and attention. There will be a lot going on around your business by the end of April, my dear Sagittarius. Maybe you will be opening some sort of branch somewhere, franchising, or some sort of a lot of activities around your business. This is related to only business owners. And also for those who has children, a lot of activities with children. You might be quite busy with their education, with their errands, like around this time. And also, if you've been planning, about like conception and fertility journey, this will be the time you will get the busiest around those topics, because Mars, indicates all sharp objects and coming into your children's house. It might be that you will go, you will opt to those kind of non-traditional methods of fertility, let's say. Now, this was your horoscope for April, my dear Sagittarius. I wish you the best April. Please subscribe and like if you find one or two information helpful and interesting for yourself, and stay tuned for April new moon solar eclipse video. Bye bye.